you didn't think we can do it again. Twister, Kanye West, from Pope Pippin to poppin' tags, from champions to slow jamming. Oh baby, we can even make you an overnight celebrity. Know what I'm saying? Come on. Play something these hoes are like. Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. Make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Goldie, right? The way we mold them, right? Make you a celebrity overnight. Girl, I see you in the map about them jeans. Shit, chill on your back, I wanna know your name. Girl, don't just like to blow your brains. Put you in the chameleon no range. Still sexy with you smoke that flame. Jerking like a chick. When you throw that thing, she got me hotter than the oven the way that she talk. Switching the freaky, so I'm loving the way that she walk. You looking good, girl, you ought to be in pictures. Listen to me, I see your career going sky high. Taking you home to the crib in a shot, and every time I see your thighs, I cry when I drive by. Watching you should be a thrill. Got the fellas on some Johnny Gill, steady screaming, my. Walking the carpet with the diamonds, the pick in the dog. Kicking it on the couch at 106 and Park. I can see your beauty on the big screen. I can see me freaking you with whipped cream. I can see you on stage at the awards with a dress better than Jennifer's and doing big things. Kick it with me, I can mold your life. You look good, girl, show you right. Dre told me you the prototype. I can make you a celebrity, yo. Why don't we play something these hoes are like? Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Goldie, right? The way we mold them, right? I can make you a celebrity, yo. Why don't we play something these hoes are like? Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Goldie, right? The way we mold them, right? I can make you a celebrity overnight. You won't fame to take that path. Candlelights when you take the bath. You got such a sensational ass. I'ma get you Jimmy G with Mark Jacob bags. I could cop her a 2003. Make her smile when she sees sprees. I could get you on CDs and DVDs. Take you to BBs and BCBG. I could get you in the places to be into the people to know what show you things to get into. I wanna be your lover and your confidant and protect you from others. Don't ever let a brother pimp you. If you want the style, you can reach your girl, y'all. Take a look at her. She got such an astonishing body. I can see her in some Gucci and Robert Cavalli. And now that she gon' put a hurt on them hard in the party. And you know you kill her in the club we go. You was born to be a pro, how you pose, taking photos. And I love you cause you're freaking with the dope clothes. Drop it to the flow, looking cold when you roll slow. And I love it when I hit it from the back. And you get on top of me, I have a brother going, oh. Girl, I love how you roll me right. I can make you a celebrity, yo. Why don't we play something these hoes are like? Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Goldie, right? The way we mold them, right? I can make you a celebrity overnight. See, baby girl. You see how you make a brother break down. I just gotta ask you, what you need? What you need from me? Oh, you wanna be a star? Oh, you messing with the right one. I can take you there. I can make sure you get all the finest names. Let me be your manager. Come here, girl, I can see you bored. Take you to the queen that I see you for. Take you shopping on sprees and stores. I'ma get you to the MTV Awards. We about to do a show tonight. You lookin' good, girl, show you right. Take you places I know you like. Can make you a celebrity overnight. Come here, girl, you can hang if you're bored. We can do plenty things plus more. I'm about to have you change in the stores. I can even get you to the Soul Train Awards. We about to do a show tonight. You lookin' good, girl, show you right. Take you places I know you like. I can make you.
It actually ended that a little too quickly, but I think everybody gets the idea. That was actually a celebrity or overnight celebrity by Twista and Kanye West before Kanye West became completely, utterly insane. Let me get Zombie up on here. Or actually kick her out or do something.
He was already like that. It's just when he went public with it.
Right. Like, this is just my personal thing, is that after he lost his mom, whatever he was holding inside just vomited everywhere, and he just became outwardly
unhinged.
Oh, yeah. Because his mom actually died pretty young. I want to say she was maybe in her late 40s, early 50s from a botched plastic surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah, not a great way to go.
Yeah. I need to go put my barbecue ribs in the oven.
Oh, nice. But yeah, interesting is that I used to actually really like Kanye West music back in the day when he first came out on the scene. then he just became more and more unhinged to the point where I'm like, I can't do this. I'm going to share this on to the... What in the world, phone? Great host. Let's go live.
Extremely spicy.
Well, yeah, you got you got all the fucking scorpion peppers over there. Oh my goodness.
And my nose run just dipping it.
I know you're good. Actually, I have a funny DMV story to tell that I purposely saved for tonight.
I wanted spicy and I feel like I got spicy.
The spice must flow. the kind of spice that would make the Harkonnens fucking blush.
Well, because after that masala sauce, I was like, I need spicy stuff.
You're like, I crave the spice. I crave the spice, precious. The spice must flow. Wow, that was two totally different franchises matchup there. If Gollum was somehow in Dune.
All right, I'm back.
So, what should have been maybe 30 minutes of the DMV today turned into almost an hour and a half. Because, all right, so for context, everyone, for the past like 5-ish years, I've been using my passport as my main ID because my ID expired right as COVID was kicking off. And then at that point, I was just like, screw it. I don't feel like getting a new, state ID right now because I have my passport. It's good for 10 years, whatever. My passport expires next month. So I'm like, okay, I need to get a state ID because I don't have $300 to renew this passport right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went up to the DMV near me and, fill out the paperwork and whatnot because I essentially need a whole brand new ID.
Yeah.
And so I take my little ticket. They're calling up numbers. It feels like hell. Well, actually, I call it purgatory. It's the space between heaven and hell, literally.
It's like that. It's like that fucking line in Supernatural.
Right. But so sitting for like 15 minutes, whatever, and that's what I was texting you, really. Then after that, I was called up to my respective, window and everything, and the lady's trying to look up my information, and I obviously give her my social security card, my ID, my other forms of ID, like birth certificate, shit like that. Apparently, for her, she could not find me in the system. I was like, what? She's like, I don't know. I typed in your social security number exactly how it is here. You're not showing up. I'm like, do I not exist anymore? And she started giggling, and I'm like, no, for real. It's like, do I just not exist in the American legal system now? But it took a little bit, but she actually spelt my name wrong. That's why it got all screwed up. Yeah, unfortunately, my last name, folks like to add letters, and so it screws it up.
It's pretty.
Like I can imagine, like with your.
I know how it sounds and how it's spelled, and it sounds exactly how it's spelled.
Yeah, well, you obviously know what my last name is. Normally folks will add an H.
Why?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
They're already making a fucking English last name sound even more fucking English. But yeah, they were ending up they end up just they found my shit, and I was able to get everything. So I have the little temporary paper saying that yes, I have this ID, it's on its way, yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. And that was $16, and that kind of pissed me off. I was like, why do I have to pay $16 for a new fucking ID when it said $10 on the website?
Right.
But that Band-Aid's been ripped off, one hit, done with that.
15-minute wait sounds nice.
Right. It was just more so the wait of trying to find out where the hell my information was it took longer.
No, 15-minute wait to be called is nice.
Yeah.
Because Bellevue, Washington, their DMV is notorious not just in Washington State, but the entire West Coast. I, at one point, to get a new ID, had to sit and wait to be called for 3 hours.
Jesus. Ugh.
Once I was called, it was like less than 10 minutes to get my ID and go. But it was the wait. It's the wait that everybody dreads when they go into that place. And it's always like crammed. There's always lines like around the building.
It was semi-crowded in this one. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it could be, but there's also security everywhere because that particular DMV is real deep in the projects.
Yeah, the main Bellevue DMV is so bad that when, the next time I had to get my ID renewed, we drove an hour out to another DMV.
Yeah, because pretty much as long as you get it in that state, like obviously for Washington State, if you want a Washington State ID, you get it in the state of Washington. Mm-hmm. You don't go to Oregon to get a Washington ID. But yeah, as long as you're in the state and you get your ID, yeah, it doesn't really matter which DMV you go to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was that bad. We were like, nope, we'll drive.
Like we'll consolidate these these shitty long wait hours for the drive itself.
Yep.
The fact that the idea of me not being in the system at all just made me laugh so hard. I'm like, whoo, I can do crime now. I don't exist.
Well, I actually have a funny story that is in keeping with that. I still haven't learned my social security number. I've learned like the last 4 numbers, which is generally what you need. Yeah. But the reason I have not learned my social security number yet was because I needed it for my passport that I was getting for Japan.
Yeah, because they need to run it back on you.
And we found out I had the wrong social security number.
But
I had the completely wrong one. In fact, it was one that didn't even exist.
Oh my God. So in a way, we both don't exist in the system. Mm-hmm. We're just figments of the imagination.
And it turned out that my mom had it. And so my dad and my stepmom had to use some negotiation tactics to get that from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spent my entire life up until like I was basically an adult having the wrong social security number.
Don't you love it when when shit happens? Just like...
Mm-hmm. Oh my! I just remembered this. So I'm I've joined an art group that's called Artists Against AI. I believe. And honestly, I think it's great. It's been a long time since I've like really engaged with artists about art stuff. And there was this one artist. It was like, you know, I want to see everybody's work in progresses or whips. You know, to help me feel better because I got so many. And I shared one of a specific character in my books. I'll just call her Donna.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
I posted her work in progress photo or picture in chat, and she instantly got like 15 simps. And I was like, oh no, what have I done?
It's the whole Dommy Mommy craze. You just tapped into it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh no, oh no.
Mm-hmm. I was like, what have I done?
Well, if her son was any indication from, you know, way back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
Like, where do you think he gets it from?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he got that from his mama.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it feels amazing in my room. It's not a fucking sauna.
Still cracks me up.
Okay, so another little funny story. Zombie knows all about this because the other night I got so angry and fed up that it was so goddamn hot in my bedroom for no reason. I'm like, this is ridiculous when it's freezing cold downstairs. And so, unfortunately, I live in what I would call the landlord or slumlord special, meaning everything has been painted over. You know, everything from, you know, doorknobs, AC vents, cockroaches, shit like that. I've seen, no joke, I've seen actual fucking photos of like spiders.
Oh no, I've seen it too.
But yeah, the fucking landlord special. But the vent that's in my bedroom was, you know, about, I want to say like 80% covered in the, you know, this paint. And so I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I went and I got my flathead screwdriver. I unscrewed the fucking vent grate off of the wall, exposing the actual vent itself. And then I come to realize once I'm looking at the actual grate, the fucking thing doesn't open. So it's been closed this whole fucking time. And so now I don't even want to put the fucker back on the wall. I just have it off the wall now, and I have a box fan directing the cool air out.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it. This is gonna be my ghetto setup. I don't care. It's getting the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to move anytime soon, I saw the screws. I can screw that bitch back on. It'll be the next person's problem.
Mm-hmm. My dad got this like well over $100 air purifier. You know, back when it, you know, because Washington State gets a lot of wildfire smoke now. And so we had it going, and one day I'm walking by it. It explodes. Literally completely explodes. Things are shattering everywhere. I shriek at the top of my lungs because holy fuck.
Oh, that's the proper reaction to something exploding.
Yeah, the animals all scrammed. Lucas scrammed. The cats were gone in a millisecond. I went over and I unplugged it. And later, my dad comes home to like take a look at it. He finds out that the reason it exploded was because he never took the wrap off the air filter.
Oh my god, that's a fucking fire hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, both my brothers would probably, oh my god, they'd probably keel over. They'd be like, really, dude, you're that dumb?
Yeah, my dad is.
You're like, he claims to be smart, however.
No, he actually knows that he's terrible about building things and stuff. He literally makes a joke about like if he does something wrong, he's like, of course we have to do it upside down and backwards first.
Yes. Which that sounds like a typical dad response too.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, there's me where I've had to essentially learn how to do like the handyman stuff in my family. It's usually myself and my brother. Actually, both my brothers will do, the normal handyman stuff. But I had to learn on my own because my mom doesn't know how to fix shit. I've taken I don't know how many years of engineering in high school to the point where I barely have to look at instructions on, like, for example, building a bookshelf. I could just figure it out on my own, and it's correct.
I'm not like that.
Like my brain don't work like that.
Mhm.
According to my mom, though, I think like my uncle out in California, because he's the architect of the family. He's the actual like engineer.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like that literally was his fucking career until he retired. And he's a smart cookie, I can tell you that. I mean, hell, so is my Aunt B because she's a retired trauma nurse, and she's seen the worst out in fucking California when it comes to ER. Like any
ERs.
other, yeah, like any other sickness thing wise, she's also another good one to contact about. Like I've joked around with Zombie. It's like if she ever hangs around my family, it's like if there's any medical emergency, we got someone. Like no matter what, we got someone. We got a firefighter, we got an EMT, we got a mental health professional, which you actually talked to last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Zombie got to meet, kind of meet, or she spoke to one of my brothers last night about what could be a real situation. Hopefully, it never comes to it, but
Yeah.
it's at least good to get some insight on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which I'm happy. Well, he's not going to sugarcoat it. I know that. Knowing him, he's not going to sugarcoat it. He's going to let you know exactly what's going to go on.
No, I know. And I didn't sugarcoat it either. Like, I'm autistic and I also have PTSD. And they've decided to create this hell child that is extremely violent.
Mm-hmm.
And so... And luckily I haven't had one in a year, or not a year. I haven't had one in years.
Yeah.
I pat myself in the back for that because they're so dangerous.
Yeah.
But just in case, I do need to just have a plan ready. Because I'm not going to be able to communicate.
Right. You essentially become nonverbal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very verbal. If verbal counts as unholy shrieking and screaming.
Verbal normally can verbal. Yeah. Verbal normally consists of words.
Yeah.
That would be shrieking counts, but it could be count as communication of some sort.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's sort of what I went through, like, just in case something happens.
Right.
I am thinking of putting a protocol sheet on my front door just in case somebody does decide to call the first responders on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing they will see. But that's all mostly for folks who don't know me.
Yeah.
And see something like that.
Yeah, because from an outsider's perspective, that whole scenario is a terrifying thing to witness.
Oh yeah, it is. I've literally like my chronic pain screams and my episode screams. I've literally had folks say they haunt their nightmares, like literally haunt their nightmares.
You're like, I unintentionally gave others PTSD from my PTSD. I'm sorry.
I can. It's no joke. My dad actually has scars on his body.
Mm-hmm.
From trying to restrain me or something. I remember one time I exited an episode and I somehow ended up in my parents' master bedroom. I walk out and the entire hallway just has smears of blood all over it.
How to live a horror movie without really being, well, yeah.
Yeah. And I walk out and I see my dad's arms, and Susan and my stepmom is having to like perform legit first aid on him.
Right.
The thing is, I didn't even have I didn't have weapons. I've been known to have weapons or grab weapons, but I didn't have weapons. I just used my nails.
Yeah, you went kind of full, velociraptor on your dad.
Yep. Actually, I'm going to take those out after I take out the laundry.
Ooh, look at you adulting.
My dumb brain doesn't just completely forget. Because, as we all know, if ADHD brain doesn't see something, it doesn't exist.
Yes. And then you have me. It's like, oh no, I dropped a crumb on the floor. I have to fucking vacuum everything now.
Right.
And Zombie will rib at me a little bit for that too. It's like, damn it, my room's a mess. My bedroom's a mess. She's like, what is there, a piece of paper on the floor?
Yep.
Which, in all regards, sometimes that is the case. Yes.
My neighbor, is constantly complaining about how messy her house is. I went in there one time and I was like, your house is not messy. If you want to see a messy house, visit my house.
Yeah, like you showed me a few pictures, and I'm just like, oof. It's like there's a lot of work, but it's not out of the realm of. It's not. At least for me, if I were to clean up and organize it, it's not the absolute worst thing I've seen. I've seen worse. But also, weirdly enough, I do enjoy organizing stuff. So I just woo, project.
Yeah. If somebody saw my house, I would completely forgive them for thinking I was a hoarder.
Right, but if I could talk straight, that'd be great. But yeah, that's not exactly the case. It's more so the executive dysfunction.
Yeah, executive dysfunction and chronic pain.
Yeah. They're a tag team from hell.
Woo! Woo!
Don't mace yourself.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that's why, Christina and I sometimes talk about being roomies because, I mean, when I need help, serious help. Because I'm too disabled to help to keep myself clean.
And thankfully, your parents are starting to realize that.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
need a
my
little
stepmom is
extra
fully on board with getting you over here.
help. Right.
Because I definitely need help. Between the executive dysfunction, the depression, and the chronic pain, I'm generally too tired to do anything.
Yeah.
And if I overdo it, I'm bedbound for at least 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I had a burp, but apparently I didn't. Huh. It's almost as annoying as like the false sneezes, where you get like that buildup and then nothing fucking happens. It's like, really?
I get those all the time because I'm a master of repressing my sneezes.
Hmm?
And that is why I get yeah, Kay calls me Tinkerbell when I sneeze.
Because they do sound adorable.
And it's because I'm busy repressing my sneezes.
Hmm?
And so when I sneeze, it only comes out at like 20% capacity.
Meanwhile, when I sneeze, I sound like an old man or a horse, or a mixture of both.
5, see if they're decently cooked enough, and then I will broil them to get a nice char.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I love my new phone case. It's actually kind of funny because one of my fucking managers, D, who I've told you about, was like low key like trying to. It's like she's like, "What kind of phone do you have?" I'm like, "Oh, an iPhone 11." She's like, "Well, it's the same as my phone." That case would look really cute on my phone. I'm like, D, come on now. It's like, if you want the case, I will give you the Amazon link. Hell, they have more colors than purple too. Because I want to say there's like a pink and like a green or something like that. Because
Yeah.
this is technically somewhat of a see-through case, but it's tinted enough to where it makes my black phone look like it's dark purple. And I'm like, yes.
My phone cases have always been bright red.
Right, so you can find them.
Yeah, because I lose stuff very, very easily. And so literally everything I get it in like bright red so I can see it.
Oh, they have a hot pink one. They have light purple, which is what I have. They have regular pink, black, blue, deep purple, fluorescent, which looks like highlighter green. Actually looks kind of cool. Frosted white, light gold, light green. Oh, they have light orange.
Ooh.
Right. It's more so like a peach, I would say, color-wise, but
Yeah,
still.
pastel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they do have a red.
Yeah.
You're like, I like the color red. I like the color orange. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, give me the purple. Oh, crap. I had a thought, and then the thought went away. God damn it.
Yeah. I'm having that happen too. I call that brain go splat.
Right. It's like our brains. I want to say mine especially. It's just like the AOL internet. It's AOL download. It'll start going, but then it'll go back here and here.
Well, mine is more like the phone hang up thing where it's talking, and then beep, 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 beep.
That's also relatable. Fuck. Ah. spilled a little bit of soda. Yeah.
I am finally writing the passage of the dead incident.
where such and such gives his kids PTSD.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Gotta keep that generational trauma going. What's the point of that?
We killed our dad. He's dead. He's gone forever.
Meanwhile, Auntie's like, okay, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, what did he do now?
That sounds like if my oldest brother did something and my niece and nephew ran up to me, she's like, "We killed Dad," and be like, "What did?" And be like, "What did that motherfucker do now?"
Yeah, I'm finally writing that one.
Hashtag panic squeaks.
Yes. See, what else am I working on? Oh, I'm also editing the second book. I'm at the part where a certain someone visits a convention.
Oh, summer child.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the other child's mother.
Yep.
Oh, girlfriend! Oh my goodness!
Mm-hmm.
At least she's supportive of her son,
Yeah. So tell me about yourself. You didn't tell her about me.
Right. I mean, like the alternate universe version where another character is brought there, and then, the mom's just like, "Oh, hey there."
Mm-hmm. Oh, gotta check on the ribs.
Oh no, not the ribs.
Now we can do the royal. Where are the shrooms? There are the shrooms. Need a fork? Where is fork?
Oh no.
There is fork. Come with me, fork.
Yeah, that's funny. You made barbecue ribs. I made pasta and meatballs.
Okay.
Oh, so I actually took measurement of my hair today. My hair's at least 2 feet long now. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mushrooms and everything set up. Now I wait a little bit for boiler to heat up. But yeah, that one character would leave her so flustered.
Right. Yeah, because that particular character is also a big flirt.
Uh-huh. Huge flirt.
Mm-hmm.
And the other character is like, "Did you have to do that? Aren't you married?" And they're just like, "Oh, she would enjoy her too."
Right. They're just like, I don't mind sharing with everyone, you know? Yeah, because that culture and the other culture in your books, they're pretty much the hippies.
Yep.
Free love, man. I mean, I guess it's appropriate that I'm playing Hotel California right now then.
Yeah. I would say they're the most like culturally diverse culture
Mhm.
in terms of the ones of their kind. But yeah, it's like, oh, you think that's a comeback? No. My wife would love her.
Right. It's like that's not a joke. That's serious. Like, oh damn, like yes. See, now I'm being nosy and I'm double checking Instagram on Mike's page to see if that boudoir doll ever sold. Oh no, looks like he still has her. Fuck, it's still $85. Ugh. The only other caveat to getting her, aside from the price, is that boudoir dolls are pretty big.
Excuse me.
Very intelligent conversations going on right now. No, but I would have to make significant room for her then if that was the case. Because I already have one boudoir doll. Wait, what?
Hold on.
Heck.
I said it's still better than a Funko Pop.
If anyone's ever noticed, Zombie has a hatred for Funkos because they don't operate like a traditional toy. They're more of a collector's item.
They don't move. They just sit there. They look like toys, but they're not toys.
Meanwhile, I got like 30 over here. Actually, let me count mine in real time. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And I have Dorbs, which is an offshoot of Funko as well. I have like 6 of those. So I have like, yeah, 26 Funkos. Most of them are The Walking Dead. Because I was, actually, nope, 27. I have a bigger one up top, on the top of my, nerdy ass shelf.
If my stories take off, I will allow Funko Pops on one condition: that they are actually posable.
Right, like you can pose them into different positions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like hell, even the fucking sideshow collectibles toys, even though they're marketed and made to be as displays, you can still pose them and move them around.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's like they're extremely expensive toys. Like on the cheap end is like $200.
Yeah.
That fucking undead Doctor Strange one I still want so bad.
I know. I still want the Doc Ock one once they fix his face.
They had a Yondu one from Guardians 2, and I'm like, fuck, I should have bought that one when I had the chance. Because Yondu was on the cheaper side. I want to say he was like $280. I'm like, fuck.
Again, if my stories take off, it'd be so cool to see my characters on Sideshow.
Right, because Sideshow Collectibles, they don't mess around with their figures, even though they kind of did with Doc. It's like, for the most part, all their stuff's pretty accurate. Like, it's scary accurate.
Like, seeing all my characters like that would be awesome.
Right. Oh God. Like fucking Mr. Q would be like the largest of the large scale, figures too, because he's so fucking
Oh yeah,
tall.
big boy. You know what else would trip me out? Like wax, like Madame Tussauds wax museum style things of my
Oh, wax figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to a wax figure museum, and that's funny that you mentioned her. It's like the mother of wax figures. Yeah, because that family, they are really good at recreating, folks as, wax figures. Like, they look convincing. Am I getting thunder over here? What the hell? I'm about to look out my window because I'm pretty sure I hear thunder.
Thunder.
Oh, yeah, it's going to storm. It's fucking gray out. But, God, speaking of storms, fucking New York, man.
Right.
Fucking upstate New York's getting fucked right now. Well, they were at least earlier.
They were, but it's mostly straight line damaging winds now. I need a spoon.
Yep, that's thunder. I hear it now.
We have a 50% chance of storms today.
Right.
Yesterday, my neighbor was like, like going out with, we went out for some thrift shopping. I got a really cute dress, by the way.
Nice.
And we come back home. Both of us were like, it's going to rain. She was like, I bet you it's not going to rain. And so when it started raining, I literally texted her. I was like, so how much did you bet?
I would have been like, hey, where's my $50? It's like jokingly. Yeah, I bet you were like, honey, you're talking to the weather nerd.
Mm-hmm. I'm basting my ribs.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Meanwhile, I got the National Indie Rock Band of Ireland playing on my TV. I got the Cranberries. or as Zombie likes to call them, Irish Shakira. Oh, saw some lightning.
Woo. All right.
Ooh, you got rumble grumble.
Okay, I'm back for like 5 minutes.
I know you're being a chef.
Mm-hmm. Which is, it sucks.
Yeah, I cooked the marinara sauce and the meatballs for like 4 hours. It turned out really good too.
I don't have that kind of patience.
In a way, that's why I thoroughly love my crock pot. Set it and forget it. So even though it's a little tiny crock pot, it works good. And it's purple, too. It's like my whole life is purple. Hell, the fucking lights that are in my room right now are purple. Got rid of the vivisection green. God damn, Thor, what the fuck is going on outside?
Oh god. That's like some of the monsoon storms here. It feels like Thor has landed on your house.
Right, like I'm expecting to hear Chris Hemsworth yelling outside my damn house right now. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones here, like I lived in Oklahoma and Texas, which most folks in the US consider like storm central. And they weren't out for blood like these storms are when it came to their lightning. Because, like, these storms, they don't have the mini apocalypse that, you know, alley storms have. But the lightning is just crazy. Like, it feels like they're saying, fuck your house in particular.
Right. It's like Mother Nature's out for blood.
Mm-hmm.
Or like earlier when I heard the fucking tornado shit going down in New York, I'm like, all right, who the hell's fighting the Avengers?
Right. Oklahoma Cryptid was documenting that mini outbreak.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, because there'd be no way he could get to upstate New York in that short of a time frame.
Yeah, unless he flew. And I'm pretty sure he's blacklisted by all car rental companies.
Right, for as many cars as he's destroyed, unintentionally, but still. It's like him and the guys from Jackass are not allowed to rent cars in the States anymore.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, he just got done with Hurricane Beryl. So
yeah. Which, oh my god. It's still funny as hell because fucking Ted Cruz did not learn from his mistake because he was in Southern California with his kids whale watching while, you know, people in Texas were getting fucked by Beryl. And Greg Abbott was in South Korea.
of course.
They're like, you know, we're going to conveniently schedule stuff right now so we don't have to be in the state when shit goes down, when people start asking for stuff.
And then we're going to come back and do a photo shoot of us, quote unquote, helping.
Right, it's like, here's some toilet paper. Haha, thumbs up. All right, get out of my face.
Yeah. No, they're just, because that's what happened last time, like during the cold snap and everything. Came back and it wasn't even like, he did a photo shoot of him giving water, I believe it was, to an actor.
Oh, God. Yeah. Actually, speaking of Texas, hey, Clancy. Hopefully you weren't in the line of fire with a Beryl.
I mean, all of Texas is going to be in the line of fire with Beryl, but at varying degrees of intensity. The coast definitely took the biggest hit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh. Right back.
Oh, she got to go bake them ribs, speaking of barbecue. Oh, damn. Well, at least you're able to hang out with your aunt, though. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, because it's mostly the East Coast that usually worries about hurricanes. You don't hear too many hitting, you know, Louisiana and Texas, even though it does happen. Clearly with, you know, Beryl and, like, Katrina. that are big examples. Oh, okay. Hopefully get that power at your trailer back soon, though. Yep, Thor is pissed off. Either that or the fucking X-Men had landed in my area. Fuck. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's actually gonna rain here, because we actually really need rain. We haven't had a good, like, downpour in, like, a couple of months. I think since, like, May. But my area definitely needs a fucking break in the heat wave we've been having. Yeah, I don't blame your mom either, Clancy. Yeah, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I was so angry at my own AC vent that I took it off of my bedroom. Like it's on the wall, but also at the corner of the floor. Like it's one of the floor vents that kind of goes into the wall. Yeah, I took the vent off of that because I was so tired of my bedroom being hot like Satan's fart. And so now I have that completely open. The air's coming in, and I got a box fan going to distribute this shit. So we're good. Yeah. Poor Clancy's power went out in his trailer, so he ended up at his aunt's house where he is right now, where they do have power. So
it is a really bad idea to try and ride out a hurricane in a trailer.
Trailers historically have not been great places to hide in general. Tornadoes.
Well, like I said, the only fatalities from EF0 tornadoes, the lowest a tornado can be, have been from trailer homes.
Yep.
They turn into a death trap, especially with more powerful tornadoes. More powerful tornadoes can wrap them completely around trees.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no to the no.
Yeah. Which is another reason why, if my books take off, I mean, doubtful, but if they do, I really want to see if I can start a project that builds community storm shelters for trailer parks.
Yeah, that definitely is a good and noble cause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in terms of weather, I want to create community storm shelters for trailer parks. And I would like to plug up any radar holes that are in tornado-prone areas. Like Dixie Alley, for example, has a lot of those. And I think both of those, doing both of those things would go a long way to really lower the fatalities of tornadoes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hell, you would definitely get full sponsorship and backing from Reed Timmer if you did that.
I think I would contact Ryan Hall
Ooh, yeah, obviously another good choice.
because he has a 3-1, I think it's 3-1C charity called the Y'all Squad. I would definitely be open for hitting him up and being like, hey, I have this idea for this project. If you guys can figure out the odds, all the minutia of it and everything, if you know the right folks, I'll financially back you. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll never forget that one time where we had in Washington State. I've told it before, but I don't care if I tell it again.
Yeah, it's my channel, so yeah, go with it.
When the last really bad snowstorm we had, it dumped like 3 feet of snow. Now I hear you folks in Wyoming going, well, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Let me tell you something about Washington State. 2 things. One, the snow is 3-foot snow is pretty bad when you live on a 45-degree hill on all sides. 2, Washington snow is like wet cement. It is it's extremely waterlogged and heavy, so it creates black ice and it puts a lot of weight on anything it lands on. I've literally heard of roofs collapsing, and not even like old roofs, like new roofs collapsing under the weight of all this snow. And one day, like when the roads were just starting to become drivable again, we drive by our neighbor's house. Our neighbor had this massive cedar tree in their front yard. This thing, due to the weight of all the snow, had fallen over and lopped their house in two.
Jesus, hell no.
Luckily, everybody was fine.
Right.
But yeah, like I've seen like trees can do some damage.
I mean, that happened years back when we had like stupid high winds in my area. And there was another tree in front of my townhouse that was right outside my bedroom window, along with another tree. But this particular tree was swaying so bad in the wind that at one point during the early morning hours, like 5 something a.m., I remember this because it woke me the fuck up. It was blown over and it had destroyed someone's SUV and 2 other cars just from landing on that. And I remember hearing the boom, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I go look out my window, I see the tree is down. I'm like, oh, thank God that didn't go into my bedroom.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit's no joke. And there's another tree right outside my window that really, anytime we have like high winds, I'm like, don't fucking fall over.
How tall is it?
If I were to equate it into stories, I would say 2.5, almost 3 stories tall.
Okay, that's not too bad.
It's a thick boy. It's a thick boy. The thick boy of a tree.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking of the trees in Washington State. They easily get 300, 400 feet tall.
Right. I was going to say the Pacific Northwest. You have the redwoods.
Yeah, we do, and sequoias. I've actually been to Sequoia National Forest, and the trees there are really cool, and they are just as big as they look in photographs.
Nice.
I remember because, I was a young child at the time. I just liked to hug things, and so I went to hug one of the sequoias, and it was more like a splat.
Right. It's like there's no way you can get your hands around that behemoth.
Mm-hmm. And I saw the one that had the like tunnel through it and everything. It's actually been to the sequoia's benefit that its wood is not usable for lumber. Redwoods are. Redwood lumber is useful, but sequoia wood is too soft.
So under a lot of weight and pressure, it's going to break. It's going to bend.
And that is much to their benefit because they were not like culled to near extinction like the redwoods were, for example.
Right.
But they are still endangered because of habitat loss.
Yeah.
But there is a effort to regrow them that is going in their native ranges all up and down the West Coast. And so far, as far as I understand, it's being successful.
That's good though. In my area, and I've noticed it, we have invasive bamboo, which I'm not surprised that it survives in my area because I live in a fucking swamp.
Bamboo survives almost everywhere.
Yeah, it is cool though to see some bamboo around, but then when you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that's not even a native species.
Yeah, bamboo is extremely invasive.
Right. It's like mint. It just goes everywhere.
Well, bamboo isn't even really a tree. It's actually grass.
I fucking love that, Clancy. Clancy says, and of course I did the most redneck thing ever after the barrel let up. I walked to the gas station, got a case of beer, and sat outside and drank them while watching the storm. I would probably do something like that if I had a fucking porch. I mean, I could sit on the steps, but then it really looks like the fucking projects if you got everybody sitting on the steps. What? I love you, Lincoln Park, but you're not the vibe I'm trying to set off right now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. How about Soundgarden?
All right. Ribs are done. So there's our shrooms. Let's see how they taste.
Ooh, delicious. What kind of seasoning did you put on the ribs?
Barbecue seasoning.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, let me see if I can recall it off the top of my head. Black pepper, seeds of paradise, coriander, cumin, smoked paprika, smoked salt, kosher salt, brown sugar, ginger, cinnamon, a dash of clove and nutmeg, and I would say 1.5 Trinidad Moruga scorpion powder.
Ooh, nice.
Because the mix that I tossed in already had scorpion powder in it, and I ground another one up to throw in. And then I marinated them with garlic oil and apple cider vinegar.
Ooh, oh yeah, get that meat nice and tenderized.
Thing was, I'm in for it to be a dry rub, and then I realized I hadn't pat the ribs dry, and I was like, well, I guess it's a wet marinade now. And so I threw them all in a bag with the vinegar and the garlic oil and just let them marinate overnight. Very tasty. Ooh, and very spicy.
No, I can imagine.
Well, yeah, Christine has my barbecue sauce.
It's very good. It's like if you were to take away the heat from it, for example, it would just be just like a normal sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, but with the Trinidad Moruga scorpion in there, it definitely takes it to another level. Like the ultimate like sweet and spicy barbecue.
Yep. Woo.
I have a lot of culinary things from Zombie that she has made for me that I do use, like especially that Carolina Reaper powder. I love using that in curry. Oh my god, so good.
I need to send you some of my Trinidad Maruga scorpions, especially from this year.
Ooh.
If my Trinidad Maruga scorpion plant produces peppers this year, they are going to be full of a special kind of hate.
Right. It's like if a scorpion pepper and a fucking Carolina Reaper had a hate child. There it is.
Well, because like stress on the plant is what concentrates the capsaicin. I can tell you that plant has been through some stress.
That's why you're like, they're gonna be fucking angry.
Those peppers are going to be downright hateful.
Meanwhile, you're like, I'm all here for it too. You're like,
yeah.
full flavor.
I'm looking forward to the sauces I'm going to make from them. You still have the hot sauce that I gave you?
The what?
The hot sauce that I gave you.
Oh, yeah.
Or did you use it all up?
I haven't used it all up yet. Because I like pairing it with like nicer food versus like I'm not going to put it like on my McDonald's. Like if I want spicy on my McDonald's, I throw some Texas Pete on there, like a true redneck. God, that's actually probably one of my favorite episodes of Good Mythical Morning. It's just seeing both of our hot sauces go head to head with other sauces and then to eat with each other.
Right.
Because Zombie loves sriracha. I love Texas Pete. They went head to head, and unfortunately, Texas Pete lost. But at least they lost with sriracha, not someone else. Meanwhile, with us, is like we may as well have been watching the fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah. Sriracha.
Or a soccer tournament. I keep seeing that in the corner, like soccer scores. Also known as European football.
Right.
Let me tell you, if you think Americans are crazy about their football, whoa, you see nothing. When it comes to Europeans and their football.
Like I know one of the kids I used to take care of back in the day, his mom was from Spain. Ooh, she loved her football team. Oh my goodness, I could always tell if she was in a bad mood. That was the only reason why, because her team lost. It's like either from that, always in a smiley, happy mood.
I mean, my dad's never always in a smiley, happy mood, but I will say,
my dad always looked perpetually pissed off, which I guess that's where I get my perpetually pissed off look from too, which, thanks.
Right. Well, my dad just becomes more bitchy.
Well, didn't you say he was a Cancer or something? He said the Cancer signs are bitchies.
Yeah. Cancer sign.
Astrological sign, not the disease.
Yeah, his sun sign is Cancer.
Crab feet. Well, crab feet.
That's always been a thing about him. Every time he's unhappy, he makes it everybody else's problem.
Sounds like my mother.
Sorry, guys. Sorry that I'm eating, guys. I haven't really eaten all day.
Hey, like I said, my channel, my rules, so you're good. And right now it's probably you, me, and just Clancy, so it's all good.
Yeah, but still, it's like I know chewing noises can be unpleasant to some.
Oh yeah, some folks they love it. Other folks they could find it triggering, which is that's understandable actually.
And so that's why I'm apologizing.
Meanwhile, there's me where I'm like when I get stoned, I chew louder for some reason. I'm like I think it was Mandy who pointed out. She's like, yeah, it sounds like two cheeks clapping. I'm like, oh, thank you.
No, I said that you sounded like you were fisting Jello.
Right. Yup. No, that's me chewing stupidly loud. Fisting Jello. Oh, that's I need to write that down. Another podcast name. Fisting Jello by Mandy R.
Mm-hmm.
Which Mandy has given some good fucking podcast names, but Kay has been the fucking the fucking ice cream, fucking icing on the cake, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're our most prolific podcast title creator.
You're just looking at some of the names. Yep, Fisting Jello, canceled by Canada. Hashtag wet bones. Oh yeah, I haven't used canceled by Canada yet. I don't know what sparked that conversation, but all right.
I still can't get over the fact that Canada has a syrup mafia.
Right.
Like, that was the most Canadian thing on the planet.
Right. It's so aggressively Canadian. Just like the fuck. See, now we are gonna get canceled by Canada now because we're
talking about their crime operations.
Right. It's like we're fucking up their fucking, the laundering schemes of the maple syrup.
Mm-hmm. My stepmom. I mean, just thinking of the mafia. My stepmom has the craziest connections. Okay. Like her dad knew the Kennedys, including John F. Kennedy himself. Knew Reagan. She knew Adam Sandler. And Brendan Fraser. Her dad was friends with a famous House Speaker in politics.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a former alcoholic. And what sort of brought him to his senses was that he was driving drunk and crashed into the car of a mafia don.
That's a bad person to hit.
Mm-hmm. And so he had to pay off that person while getting sober. And it wasn't until someone from Alcoholics Anonymous came in and acted as a negotiator between him and the mafia don that things were finally settled. But I remember she told me that. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you have these connections?
Right.
I gotta feed my cat. Be right back.
Oh no, feed the Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go feed a Joey. Was that all the storm I was gonna get? Because just some thunder and lightning? That's some bullshit. Oh, there's a Joey. There's a Joey.
Oh. All right, I'm back. Ugh. This pork rib is like 90% fat. What the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah. That is the only thing about country style pork ribs is that they're very fatty.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I understand fat equals flavor. However, that's too much fat.
I'm going to
It's like-
send you a picture of the fat I just peeled off of this thing.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
I remember one time my brother tried to make ribs, but he got really fatty ones, and yeah, they were pretty much inedible. God damn,
Uh-huh.
that is a thick ass piece of fucking fat. Good, you
Exactly.
can only render that down to like a cup worth of fat.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it's
Yeah.
like no joke. At first glance, it looks like an old sausage. Like that's how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the world's saddest dick pic. And I just saved it because I might just post it saying the world's saddest dick pic. Oh my god. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it was
lot
like-
of fucking fat.
Mhm. Oh my god, is there more? What part of this rib is actually meat?
It's meat and fat.
More like fat and meat.
Mm.
Man, I didn't realize how hungry I was.
But hey, at least you're eating stuff that you like and stuff that's very tasty, so.
Mm-hmm. Now, despite how much spice, like they smell spicy, but when I taste them, the cake isn't too bad.
Right, it's more aromatic than it is spicy.
Though, granted, it would probably kill somebody else.
Right. If either of our, parental figures fucking tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Except your dad would probably be fine.
Well, my dad would be plenty fine.
Meanwhile, it's my mom versus your stepmom, who would, end up in the ER first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad would probably actually like this. But,
Magnum Opus Lava Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like, pretty much the stuff that we have to now is like ridiculously spicy, and for us, it tastes warm.
It's like, it tickles a little.
Mm-hmm. Like right now, these ribs were marinated in straight up Trinidad Maruga scorpion powder, smoked paprika, and even more scorpion powder. And it's jalapeno spicy to me.
Right, you're like, ooh, this has a little bit of heat, some nice flavor. Meanwhile, others, like, let's say your stepmom, for example, are like, what the?
Oh, I'll go get myself a drink, but I do have a funny story about that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm back. So, everybody knows that jalapenos are sort of mid.
Right. Like they have a good flavor. They have a little bit of a kick. They get the job done,
Yeah. But sometimes they can sneak up on you. Every once in a while, you'll find that rogue super spicy jalapeno. One time, my dad, my stepmom, and I were at a pho restaurant. And obviously, my dad and I order sliced jalapenos for ours. I can't remember if she did, but either way, she was finally like, okay. She finally decided to try a jalapeno. She puts it in her mouth, and her eyes, her eyes bug. And her face turns cherry red. And she starts sweating profusely. And both of us are like, are you all right? And she's like, I can't talk.
That's funny because I actually have jalapeno kettle chips over here. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
She was like that. She was like that. I want to say for like at least 5 minutes.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember one time my mom was on the phone with one of her friends, and I was making tacos, right? Mm-hmm. And I put a small diced fresh jalapeno on mine. So I did the same with hers. She takes a bite of it, and she immediately, like after like one or two like chews, she's like, "Ooh, ooh, oh my god!" And she yells at her friend. She'll call her back, and then she rushes to get milk. And I'm like, it was not that hot, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, my stepmom, my dad at least used to get regular packages of hot sauce from Hot Ones. All the new sauces they would have every season. And we got one that both my dad and I really liked, and we were like, oh, this is really good. This is not that spicy. And Susan was like, really? We were like, yeah, it's really not that bad. You want to give it a try? And she's like, are you sure? We're like, yeah, it's really not spicy. She takes a bite of it, and her eyes bug, and she went, why do I ever listen to you guys?
Right. Yeah, because their definition of not spicy is a whole lot more different than hers.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it either when you were dehydrating the Carolina Reapers or you were making something and you accidentally maced everybody in the house?
It was when I was dehydrating the Carolina Reapers.
Right, and your fucking stepmom, it's like, I'm dying, your dad's dying, the animals are dying.
I actually, ironically, really enjoy, well, not ironically, but bizarrely, I suppose, I really enjoy the smell of super hot peppers.
Ooh.
Like it's very floral and fruity. It's a nice zest in the nose. Like it doesn't really affect me at all.
Right.
But yeah, it kills everybody else. This thing is so big. Thing of fat.
I told you it's like a fucking sausage, like.
I don't know, like a fucking bratwurst of fat.
Good lord. Hell, you could have your own fat for cooking for weeks with that thing. Shit.
Would I be able to?
Maybe. I don't know how you could store that though.
No, I'm like, would it actually like melt?
To an extent, yeah.
I may
You
take
just
that
gotta
into consideration.
run it low and slow.
I may take that into consideration then, because yeah.
I mean, a fat is flavor, just not 8 inches of it.
Mm-hmm. No, because I've thought of that, but but I was like, I don't know if it would actually melt if I used it.
Right.
So, but I may put this in the fridge then to see if. I mean, it's heavily seasoned with barbecue stuff, but there's things I could. I mean, normally they would say baked beans, but I can't have beans.
Right. I mean, if you're cooking for Rhett, I mean, that man loves him some beans.
I don't know if he loves them this kind of spice. I mean, he likes spicy stuff better than Link. Like, Link was traumatized by the Carolina Reaper.
Right. Oh, God, I remember that. Yep.
And so he hates spicy food now. Rhett, however, loves spicy food. But I don't know if he would like my level of spicy food.
Right.
It would be interesting to a Hot Ones interview, but they'd be in a bit of a pickle in trying to like have me as a guest.
No, right.
There's a lot of hot sauces don't have things that I can't have.
Right. I just posted the pork picture on the community page.
Damn, is this all fat? Yep. Again, that is the thing that is really like kind of annoying about fucking country style ribs, is that they are extremely fatty.
Yep.
Like super, super fatty. And maybe I'll put that big knob of fat in the freezer.
Right. I mean, hell, like when I have when I make bacon, I have that leftover grease. I love fucking frying potatoes, like hash browns and that. It's so good.
That'd be a really good idea, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like fried breakfast potatoes. You ever had those? They're not hash browns, but they're little like squares of potatoes.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm thinking. We've always called them hash browns around here, but yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, where I come from, they're called breakfast potatoes, and hash browns.
Goddamn mahogany. Yeah.
Let me go deal with this stuff. I'll be right back.
All right.
Whoa, it is chilly in that freezer. Especially when you're in an 88-degree house.
No. Yes, I know Facebook. My area has excessive heat warning. It's been like that for a few weeks.
Today we don't have an excessive heat warning, but it's just like, it's technically 84 degrees, but really it's 94.
Right, you're like in theory.
Uh-huh. Don't mind me, everybody. I'm just having to spoon all these mushrooms into these bags.
That's all good. Like we both said, this is emotional support, like background music. There's no like real rhyme or reason for anything.
That's
we don't write a script. We just kind of go with the flow.
I mean, sometimes we write scripts, but that's only for like serious subjects.
Yeah, that's when I'm not stoned. When I'm actually 100% here. Like with the Holy Thursday massacre with Big Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was more like an emergency meeting. It felt like it's like, all right, we need to talk.
Well, the current head of FWC seems legit.
Right.
Like, he, FWC has a new director, and that new director seems legit and very willing to work with Ozark.
Yeah, because what happened to those snakes? What happened to Big Cheryl shouldn't have happened.
No. Gross incompetence and
Mm-hmm.
cruelty.
I still firmly believe that all those officers should have been fired that day, but they all kept their jobs, of course.
Well, that incident gained international attention.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because even folks who don't particularly like snakes or reptiles, they still love animals. They don't want to see any animal getting hurt.
Well, even, I mean, I really think, I forget his last name. I think his first name is Chris. The guy who was in the owner who was in the video. He didn't own Big Cheryl, but when he found out that she was cold. Like, you could hear like the pure heartbreak in his voice.
Oh yeah, because Big Cheryl, even though yes, she was breeding for them, Big Cheryl was a family pet.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, he didn't own her, but still,
The other guy did, yeah.
he told them explicitly, don't don't hurt her. Don't cull her. She's a boa. And I think his reaction to that also sort of spurred folks into action, because this wasn't just a guy like losing an asset for his breeding operation or anything. This was a guy losing a beloved pet.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can relate to that, whether you hate snakes or not.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hell, even my mom, who's terrified of snakes, when she heard about what happened, she was completely disgusted by the officers.
Yeah.
Like she was like, every single one of them needs to lose their job. That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said, and I actually agree with her, that it's just as bad as someone going into someone's, like, let's say Chihuahua breeding facility, and they just start killing off the dogs. It's just as bad.
Oh, the way I put it was like, suddenly pit bulls are illegal in a city or a state. And no matter what you've done to try and comply with those laws, they're like, nope, your pit bulls are illegal. We're going to have to go and kill your pit bulls. And so they go and they decide to start culling your pit bulls with a nail gun. I forget what it's called. It's used for in slaughterhouses.
Yeah.
What?
I said, yeah, I was agreeing.
And you explicitly mention, like, let's say, well, my wife has, she breeds labs, and this is Shirley, her pregnant Labrador. Her puppies are due soon. Don't cull that dog. Just cull the pit bulls. And so they cull all your pit bulls, and then, oops, sorry, they killed Shirley.
Right. And like several species, snakes have to cook their babies thoroughly in the eggs, or if they're giving live birth, like Cheryl would have done.
Mm-hmm.
Those babies have to be to term for them to survive. And
Yeah.
for the FWC to be like, oh, can we save the babies? No, you killed mom. They're dead. They're gone.
They could have saved her, possibly, if she was like literally hours away from giving birth.
Right.
They could have done like an emergency C-section, basically, but she was not there yet, and so yeah, they are all dead.
Yeah, they were premature.
I mean, silver lining is that her daughters, live on.
Oh yeah, she does have a bloodline, so yeah, her babies and grandbabies live on.
Yeah, when Keenan went to visit her owner's operation, he actually showed Keenan one of her daughters.
Aww.
Mm-hmm. She was a little spicy.
Oh no. I mean, boas can be spicy.
They can be, yeah. Oh, I hear the woofer.
Oh, the woofer.
Mm-hmm.
I love the woofer you have next door. He's a big old schnauzer.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, doesn't your neighbor say he doesn't? He's not schnauzer. That he's mixed with something.
Well, she thought that he was a labradoodle.
I could kind of see that, but I've never seen a labradoodle with like a wiry coat. That's what throws me off.
Well, I actually talked to her about it. Because animal breeds are like one of my autistic spins. I have like catalogs upon catalogs of different like domestic animal breeds from like all over the domestic animal kingdom, and that includes dogs. And I was like, he really looks like a schnauzer, like a giant schnauzer. And she was like, yeah, I still need to get his DNA test. And I'm like, and I talked to her about like, I mean, she's like, I might, I would say that, but his ears are floppy. And so I told her that, a lot of show dogs and schnauzers, their ears are cropped. Apparently, she didn't know that their ears were cropped. She thought they were just naturally like that. And I told her no, their ears are normally floppy, and their tails are usually docked as show dogs. But if their tails aren't docked, they have that big flowy tail like he has. And so she was like, oh, okay. I don't understand why that's done anymore, honestly. Because the reason that tail docking came about was because of taxation. And I want to say the 1700s. And there was a taxation on pet ownership. If you had a pet and you had to pay a certain tax. Well, farmers and workers who use their dog as work dogs, docked their dogs' tails to exempt themselves from the tax. So it's really about tax evasion.
Old, weird, useless laws that don't apply now.
Exactly. So it's like, why dock the dog's tail?
Right. Because at this point, it's literally just, cosmetic reasons, not anything else.
Same with cropping ears.
Mm-hmm. My God, Dobermans with their own natural ears are so cute. Big old floppy.
Now I'm like flipping through all of my knowledge of animal breeds. What is that one goat? There's that one goat that's gigantic and really weird looking.
Oh, the Damascus goat?
Yes, the Damascus goat.
It's like that big alien brain looking motherfucker.
They're huge. I didn't know domestic goats could get that big.
Right. You expect like the bovine family to get that massive.
Well, they are related to bovids, but they themselves are not bovines. But yeah, they're giant. They're giant and they're weird looking. Like, why breed them to look like that?
Right.
So then there's the opposite, the badass ones, the Jacob's goat.
Right. I would love to have one of those as a pet. I also would love to have a soul of one.
What was that black goat that? Wait, what was his? I can't remember.
Are you thinking about Judeo-Christian lore?
Baphomet, I believe he played.
Baphomet has the head of a Jacob's goat. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about there was a goat, a black goat that looked metal as fuck, and apparently there's an entire breed of them.
Huh.
It was the one that was like so hostile to everybody that it was retired as an animal actor.
Mm.
Yeah, there he is. Black Phillip. That's who he was.
Oh, from that movie, that witch movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he really was that fucking mean. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Explains a lot. Give that goat an Oscar.
Right. Yeah, he's like really pretty, and I've like wanted to know ever since what those goats are called.
Mhm.
No, that's not. Everybody's stupid.
Mm.
Everyone's stupid.
Oh no! Oh no! She's gone Russian.
Now it's driving me nuts.
Uh-oh. Black Phillip is an awesome name, like a metal name too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's really pretty, and I really want to know like what his breed is.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Like, I would love to have a ram skull, but you have the next best thing. You have a U skull.
Mm-hmm. I have a U skull that has horns.
I know, and those are even more rare. You're like, I need my ultimate Aries symbol right now.
Oh, is that it? Hold on. Think I may have found his breed.
Huh.
Oh, I hear Lincoln Park.
Yep. Oh, I can feel that the air's kicked on. It's woo, it feels good here. Modern problems call for modern solutions.
Oh, there's a beefy boy.
Oh, my local police page on Facebook, they posted a picture of one of the horsies. One
Oh.
of the horse officers. See a photo, because it's a pretty horse.
Nobody will tell me. Like for sure.
No.
But whatever Black Phillip is, like they all look like him apparently.
Yeah, if I ever had a farm, I definitely would love to have goats on that farm.
Oh, same here. There's a guy, I forget where. He like rents out his goats to clean your lawn.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like all natural goat lawn trimming. You got
Nice.
weeds. That goat will take care of them.
So you save money and energy. That's good for the environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody will say what breed Black Phillip is, but I do know that they all look like him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that I do know.
Right, right.
There's literally so many questions asking about his breed.
Right, because everybody wants their own little satanic goat, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, I would.
Right. No, same here. That's another reason I'm looking for him, because I'm just like, he's so pretty. I need.
Mm.
Though really, I would love to have my astrology animal, and that would be a sheep.
Right.
But I would have a girl sheep because me is a girl sheep too.
Yes. Meanwhile, I got the water bearer. Freaking Aquarius.
I forget what Aquarius is. The symbol.
I do like my Chinese zodiac. It's a metal horse.
Oh, now I'm like, what is Oh, your symbol is a pot.
Oh
You're like relevant.
yeah, it's a mood.
Well, now you need a pot.
I agree with this.
But I need a heap. Scottish blackface sheep is one of my favorites because they look like their patterning makes them look like they have like skull faces.
Oh yeah, that's what they're called?
Yeah, Scottish blackface. I'm not joking.
God damn. But still, yeah, they're pretty wicked looking sheep too.
Yeah, look at this. This is a girl. Oh, your baby.
Yeah, the horse officer in my area.
No.
Oh yeah, look at that football.
Yeah, but look at the face. It looks like she should be on the cover of Kiss.
Right. I wanna rock and roll all out. Nobody ever. It's like name that one Gene.
Right.
Simmons or some shit.
My goodness, that one is. You want to talk about fluff balls?
I mean, hey, you get your own wool too. Get milk, wool, meat.
Mm-hmm. That
damn.
there is a fluff ball.
Right. Cool fucking horns though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Scottish blackface sheep are really cool. Like that would probably be one of the sheep I'd want to have. But on that note, we are almost out of time.
All right, thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Clancy, for popping in. Be safe down in Texas. Don't get blown away. Have a good night, everyone.
Like, comment, subscribe, everybody.
Mm-hmm. We're almost at 200. 8 more left.
Woohoo!
Yep. But yeah, have a good rest of the week, y'all.
Bye, everybody.